everyone. So we have today here Mr. Sajan Kumar, who is a screenwriter by profession, but he's a true epitome of somebody who has actually explored and experienced a lot of things in his life before finally settling in on his passion, which is for writing. He's worked in Bharti Airtel and Alliance before actually coming to his passion.
So, I taught for a while also.
Okay, you taught for a while as well. So he's actually done quite a number of things, and I think you also had a startup.
Yeah, a startup.
So
failed startup also.
But we can still have a good story about that.
Yeah.
So we have him today with us. So hello sir, how are you? And how do you feel about being back on campus?
It's amazing. So when I graduated in 2012, in the next 3 years I visited the campus around 4 times. Around four times. But it's been 5 years since that last visit happened. So it's a special feeling also.
How does the campus feel different now?
It actually doesn't.
Okay.
Maybe because it is not that different from 2015 to 2020, or maybe the differences are very small. Or maybe because the memories are still so fresh and so there, that I kind of feel a lot different. This place is different. This is kind of a place that we didn't have when we were students. But outside this, the library is still the same. So,
yeah. It always feels like home now.
It does. It feels.
Okay, so you switched from a corporate career to a completely different one where you're writing now. So how was it switch, having being so long, being in the corporate world, and we invest a lot when you come to an area. And so how was the entire transition?
No, we invest a lot. So in terms of money. So
money and efforts as well, preparing for camp.
That I don't know how much that matters to people. I think for most people, the practical investment that they make is the monetary investment. So for me, the practical answer is that I paid back my education loan, and that as soon as that happened, I made the switch to writing.
Okay.
So it was a practical constraint. But in my case, essentially, writing was something which was always the idea. Even when I was giving my MBA interviews, and there were few that I gave, the why MBA answer that all of us prepare, that included writing. That included a clear statement that I want to get into writing eventually. But I realized that the world is dictated by markets, and if I want my writing to affect people, to reach out to a lot of people, there's a certain sense of understanding of the markets that I need to have to ensure that it happens. Not just my writing, even the people around me, if I want to do something, because I kind of had a dream of opening a publishing house and stuff. I don't really have that intention now, but those things were there on my mind when I was pursuing my MBA. And so the idea was always to use creativity in a certain way, and that was the logic of doing it. I don't know how right or wrong that logic was. I still haven't got that answer. But it was a very active choice, both of doing MBA and of leaving the corporate world behind. Both were kind of pretty much figured out.
So did your MBA help you in some way? So your experiences in college, did that help you?
See, any experience helps you. So all sorts of experiences. We are a sum total of our experiences, and that is what we pour into our creations. The management thing actually does help us, because essentially there is a certain sense of creating, pitching, trying to get that made and stuff like that. When that element comes into picture, probably it helps in the kind of image that you have when you go as a struggling writer to someone. They know that he's not just a random struggling writer, he's a struggling writer who has left an IIM degree and a corporate world behind. So some sort of a small difference it creates. But if I am being very honest, and I would say not much. It doesn't add much, but then it doesn't add much anywhere. Eventually, even if you get into a corporate world, what my experience is that most of the learning happens on ground. All the theory, all the examinations, all the grades, they are for a couple of years of experience there. But most of it will be on ground learning stuff.
So, if I may ask you, how was your social transition? How was the social aspect of this transition? So, what your family said, or those kind of things. That's something which we often think of.
So there are two sides to it. One, I mean, on the face of it, when I look at it, I realize that the family was very supportive. They're absolutely supportive. They're absolutely comfortable with it. But there's a second layer to it also. culturally in my engineering days. In my MBA days in this college, I have thrown this figure around to a lot of people that within 15 months we did 12 theatre performances, which is almost unimaginable in an IIM or even other colleges. But we were generally very crazy about creative stuff. And that is something that my parents have seen. They've known it for a while. There are a lot of videos, there are a lot of stuff that I've shared from those days, from my college days. So this was a transition they kind of expected. They knew it will happen eventually, sometime down the line. And even the transition wasn't a one step. So I got into teaching first. There was a year of MBA coaching classes that I took, maths and stuff like that. There was an attempt at a creative startup also, which meant that I'm associated with creative world, but also the business. I'm trying to balance both of it, but somehow, so it was a talent discovery platform that we were making. And it was a great idea and all that stuff, but eventually I kind of realized that the talent that I really want to be, get discovered was my own talent. So, and that needed a lot of focus and a lot of effort, so I just decided to focus on that, which happened like around 3.5 years back. And since then it's been a journey as a writer and a pretty fulfilling one.
So then as a writer now, what kind of thing, how do you find inspiration basically? How do you, overcome that, there's things like writer's block and all those things. So how do you actually find your inspiration?
These two things are actually quite different. Finding inspiration is actually very different, and writer's block essentially is two things. One, writer being lazy, and one, writer making an excuse for me not meeting deadlines. There is no writer's block because there is no manager's block, there is no banker's block. This is something we discussed, that if there is no such block in any other career, even a marketing person needs a lot of creativity when creating a business plan. But if that person needs to deliver that business plan by a certain date, he has or she has that deadline, and they're supposed to meet that deadline. And when we have a deadline, we're just supposed to meet it. That might get extended or tweaked or anything. But most of the times, what we call writer's block is a lack of focus, is a lack of being really active, and often it's just a case of being kind of lazy, preferring a Netflix show over actually sitting down and writing. So I don't think writer's block is genuinely an issue. There are times when your productivity will be more and less. That's a very normal thing rather than, it's almost like a cricketer going out and playing a good innings on certain days and getting out cheaply on certain days. It's not that us din uska koi cricketing block tha. It's just happening. And about inspiration, I think the whole idea of storytelling, for any creative person, there is that seed that they want to do it, that exists. And that is already there. You don't really have to find it anywhere, that is there. Then the issue comes when you have to convert it into a profession. How do you do it? What are the stories you work on? Are there certain creative compromises you are making? And there will be certain projects that you will enjoy more, and there are certain projects that will enjoy less than the others. But that is where professionalism comes. Eventually it is a job. A writing job is also a job that we are doing as a job. We just have to go ahead and do it.
So that helps you, that line 360 help you.
Yeah, actually it's a quote also that the best inspiration for a writer is a deadline.
I think that's how we work in every school also.
Yes, and everyone works according to that. The work gets done according to that. So that will always be there. In this college, so we had those a couple of courses. Matthew sir used to take the social transformation, stuff like that. And I've realized that a lot of that learning became a part of what, all the students here became a part of what I am. So when I went into writing and creativity and stuff like that, a lot of it social learning also, seeped into my writing. The way I would probably try and build a female character is drawn a lot from the kind of, topics of gender that we were discussing in the class and the kind of stuff. There are a couple of poems out there where people have told me that there are somewhat new observations on such topics that we bring in, and a lot of that comes from the discussions and the classroom teachings that happened here. So that's there.
So coming to that, you are interested interested in quite a lot of social causes, I believe. Like, you write poems on things, as you said, you were inspired by Matthew Sir's lectures. So, can you tell us more about that?
I don't think it will be fair to say that I'm very, I'm doing anything about social causes, because I'm not, frankly. So, there's a scene in one of the films where there's a writer and there's a ghostly imagination that he sees, and the imagination tells the writer that what you do well is right. So do that. You will not do well as a social worker, as a reformer, or as a politician and stuff like that. That is something that I've realized, and that is where the whole idea of me once thinking that I will use entrepreneurship to bring about some sort of a creative revolution and stuff has kind of taken at least a backseat, if not has been sidelined. And I believe that even as a writer, that responsibility itself is huge. To just write good stories is a good enough task for a lifetime.
Then we always say that the pen is not in the sword, so
I don't know if it is.
Maybe that can also
And I think you don't even need to believe that it's mightier than the sword. It's just that it will probably live longer than the sword. The sword will probably go ahead and kill someone in a moment, but a pen will create some sort of a consciousness or awakening which will live longer.
Yeah.
That's it. If that makes it mightier, I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, so any advice that you could give maybe to some students of your college or future students who are aspiring? Because there are many people on the campus as well who aspire, so have creative streaks, or their music writers interested.
What I've realized, there are two things. One, about the idea of following it full time, like someone like me is doing. Unless there's some really very, very basic practical issues in your life, some family issues, something of that sort. Otherwise, it is always possible to follow your passion. And no matter what Imtiaz Ali films tell you, following passion is not some filmy idea or very dramatic concept. It is about just approaching a business case study को जैसे approach करते वैसे, just good amount of knowledge, referencing, and just planning well, and then working on your strength and weakness and executing it. It's just about that. So the people who want to do it full time, I believe anyone who really wants to do it will do it. It's no big deal at all, and eventually it will be a job like everyone else's job. You just have to go ahead and do it nicely. The second side is a lot of people will not be doing it full time, but they have this sort of a mental block that if we get into a corporate world, we will not be able to side by side, kind of handle these things, which is not true at all. We have examples. We have someone like Nikhil Sachan from PGP 15, who is VP with some company, and he has written 3 books. He is an author of 3 books. He's a friend of mine for like 13 years now, and he's also getting into screenwriting and stuff. There's Ankita Jain, I think she's from PGP 16. She is traveling right now with a theatre group, and she does theatre only on weekends. She's into a full-time corporate job. So there are people who are doing it, and there are people who can comfortably do it. There's a certain mental kind of a thing, and a lot of that starts in the campus. So during our time, my experience was that when I entered IMK, I was told that the college has never practically done any theatre kind of a stuff. Much did I came to know 1 or 2 plays sometime had happened, but practically there was no theatre that had happened in this campus. A theatre club was there, but that was also probably 2 years old or something like that sort. And from there we have done a journey where 15 months we ended up doing 12 performances, which is genuinely very difficult to believe that it happened. But what that did was it became a constant lifelong inspiration for me. I always can look back on that and say that there's so much that I have influenced, even if it was a small college, a small group of people, but there was creative influence that happened. And that is what probably I'm trying to do it on a bigger scale through my stories, through my writings and stuff like that. So the 2 years in this college, or whatever years we spend on any of the colleges and degrees, the creativity that we explore is actually going to have much larger impacts than what we realize right now. It is going to become a part of us, it is going to be there with us, and a lot of times probably inspire us to at least take it on a weekend by weekend level, or probably find make that plunge also.
Nice. So I think thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
And no, you actually, I think you're a big inspiration for a lot of people on campus. Especially all the things that you've said now, people will actually look forward to this. There's a lot of confused people on campus also.
They can always
every
reach out to
MBA.
me.
Yes, I think that will be done. Thank you so much.